Guys, we haven't checked in on salmonella in a while. What are the banned and controversial foods that I don't know about? What could they be? I see a shark, a bird, a plant, maybe a flower. Let's find out together, shall we? This video is gross, by the way. I'll be the judge of that.
When a species finds itself living on an island, it can start to evolve in strange ways based on the different pressures of
Cows don't do that. I've never seen a cow do that.
While it can manifest in a lot of ways, the biggest driving force is often a lack of predators. For example, the dodo lost its ability to fly since there was nothing to flee from. The saint killed a field mouse, got twice as big.
Wait, is that why? Damn, he's lazy. He should practice.
And with no one around to bully them, the Sardinians started putting maggots in their cheese. Meet Casu martzu.
Oh my god. Is that
rotten cheese?
That's actually what that is? That's not... I thought that was... Oh my god, it moves. If this was a GIF, I would be throwing up. I thought it was like Parmesan or whatever, you know? I thought it was like the guy comes to the table, say when. That's too much maggots. Oh.
It's made by taking a perfectly good wheel of pecorino and letting a special type of fly lay eggs in it.
What?
Fly babies then work to partially digest the cheese, rendering it goopy and wet and maybe quite tasty and worm-filled. But it turns out those maggots are still alive.
Yeah, how do you determine a species of fly? How do you look at the fly and be like, I'm not letting this fly lay eggs in my cheese? What if you pick the wrong fly? Does it taste bad?
And if you don't chew well enough, they can cause enteric myiasis, which is a fancy term for fly larvae living in your intestines.
Ah! I didn't even think about the fact that, like, I was like, all right, but if I eat them, they're dead. If I don't chew one of them, it's going to go down there and make a home for itself. Oh!
It's for this reason that Casu martzu is banned in the EU and elsewhere.
Yes, good.
The black market still exists, which is wild, and it's not a small one. In 2019, the illicit Casu martzu trade was estimated to be worth 2 to 3 million euros annually.
This seems like one of the easiest things you can make at home. Oh, you need the cheese fly. It's a cheese fly racket, I'm sure. Just leave cheese out, man. Europeans are so funny. Oh, the cheese, she is beautiful. This cheese is not stinky enough. I need a fly to shit in it. I want my cheese to wiggle. Why are the French so gross with food? Bro, if he talks about a balut, hey, there's a little bit of homework. If you guys want to look up what that is, B-A-L-U-T. I recommend you don't. Balut is Filipino? Is it? I thought it was French. Yeah, don't look it up. Balut, maybe? Don't look it up, man.
But although it's traditional to leave the larvae alive when you eat your mag and cheese, some consumers still prefer them dead, shockingly. In that case, one puts the cheese in a sealed bag, and when the maggots run out of oxygen, they writhe around and fling themselves all over the place. This is heard as a distinct pitter-patter against the walls of the bag, and when the sound stops, the contents are ready to eat.
Now it's just flavored by suffering. That's just living animals dying in your paper bag, and now all of their souls, like, you open that up, it's just gonna it's gonna be like the end of Hollow Knight with the it's just fucking, I wouldn't open that shit up, man.
Shark fin soup is one most of us have heard about already, mostly in reference to its effect on shark populations.
I don't know what it means. You can't eat the rest of the shark?
Shark fins aren't even meat. They're made almost entirely of cartilage and collagen. That's why it's only made into soup, because without being soaked in broth, it has zero flavor or nutritional value on its own. Their only redeeming quality is their unique mouthfeel due to how stringly the collagen grows.
He said stringly. Hey, Terrari's back. Where'd he get a shark? I know he ate that shit whole. Do you guys know what gelatin is? Gummy bears are like one of my favorite snacks, but gelatin is like just made from bone marrow. Horse bones, pig bones, some kind of bones. Some animal skeleton is wiggling on your plate. Chewy and crunchy? I don't want something to be both of those things. Can you name a thing that is chewy and crunchy? Nachos. I guess depends on which part you get. Grilled cheese. Maggots. Frenchman in chat!
There is imitation shark fin soup available, but I've already decided that it's not nearly as good. So I've come up with a compromise to this controversy. Everyone on Earth gets just one bite. Say there's 10 bites to a fin, 4 fins to a shark, 200 million sharks die, sure, a necessary casualty, but then we can end the practice forever. All done.
I kind of fuck with that, because I don't want to eat more. I'm not going to order a $30 bowl of shark fin soup. I want to try one bite and then, like, no thank you. Like, we'll pass it around the restaurant.
Ackee. The ackee is a fruit originally from West Africa, which is most commonly associated with Jamaican cuisine, where it appears in such dishes as ackee and saltfish. These alien kidneys here are called the arils.
Oh, I don't like that. It looks like an anatomy drawing.
What makes the ackee controversial, though, is the effects it can cause when prepared improperly. If the arils are allowed to completely ripen, they're harmless, but if you eat them too early, or don't thoroughly clean off all the non-aril stuff, they can cause Jamaican vomiting sickness.
Oh, okay.
And as for symptoms, it does what it says on the tin, plus maybe death.
Is that not just vomiting? Why is it different when it's Jamaican? The amount of vomiting makes it Jamaican? Okay. Weird thing to be proud of. That shit's like pufferfish. What is the food called when it's pufferfish? There's one part of the pufferfish you can eat. And if they prepare it wrong, you die. Fugu. That's it. My ass is not eating fugu.
Next we have bird's nest soup. This is another one that...
Oh, I don't like that. This is going to be the worst one. What did you do with the eggs?
And for years, I just
Fox
assumed the name was a
invented this
playful
one.
metaphor, like ants on a log or shit on a shingle.
I've never heard of that. Is that sausage gravy on toast? That looks kind of good. I've never heard of shit on a shingle. That feels like a very old person thing to say. It's a Midwest thing? You people with too much time.
This dish contains an actual bird nest, not like a pile of twigs like I was picturing, but rather a specific type of nest only made by certain species of swiftlets. These nests are mostly made out of mucins, which are a set of proteins that, among other things, serve to thicken all those wonderful secretions our bodies make. There's a little bit in human saliva, a little bit more in mucus, and in swiftlet saliva, look out, pal.
Oh my god, this is caveman shit. This is actual barbarian shit. Is it that different from milk, though? Because, like, I be drinking milk, and that shit came out of the cow titty. I don't know, like, I don't know, man. Like, eggs are weird. We produce milk, Coney. I'm not drinking your milk. I'm not drinking anybody's milk in here. Milk is meant to be consumed by an animal at some point, not just humans. Birds are supposed to eat bird spit. That's why they regurgitate into their babies' mouths.
So all the swiftlet does is it finds a nice wall, starts laying out fat strings of slobber, which dry, and eventually she's got a nice place to roost. That is, right up until some gourmand says,
today I crave bird spit. You can keep the eggs though.
And they then reconstitute it back into its original gelatinous texture. Unfortunately, these nests can't enter the US since, believe it or not, eating bird saliva is a great way to catch bird flu.
Keep that shit away from me. I thought the eggs would still be in there. You know what? That's more humane than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be like the eggs are still in there, you know what I mean? So, Coney, you ate cow tongue. I literally didn't. Everybody told me to eat lengua. I'm not gonna do it. It's disgusting to me. Everybody says it's the best part of the cow. I went to like a real taco place in Vegas. Everybody said, eat lengua, eat lengua. I'm not eating lengua. Lengua is bomb though. See, there we go. How come you guys are eating the cow tongue, but not the bird spit? What's your problem?
The ortolan.
Okay.
The ortolan is a kind of bird. They're birds, like many animals.
Oh, it's like the... Wait, this is what I was thinking of when I said the balut, the balut. Oh, do I want to watch this? I know what this is. Viewers went up. Okay. All right, so let's all find out what this is. Thanks for clicking on the Coney stream. Strap in.
They're typically caught with nets and kept in the dark, which causes them to overeat for some reason. Once it's about twice as fat, the entire bird is then thrown into a container of brandy, alive, and sealed in. While this serves to marinate the creature, it also drowns in the process, thereby killing one bird with no stones. The ortolan is then roasted, plucked, and presented whole to the consumer, who inserts the carcass into their mouth, feet first. As they chew, one hand continues holding the bird's head, while the other picks out the larger bones. This whole ritual is usually performed with a towel or large napkin over one's head.
Dude, I heard about this like 6 months ago. I could not believe what I was reading. This is like a Jordan Peele, like fucked up universe thing. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like something that would be in a horror movie.
This feels like a cult.
That's what I'm saying, Bart. Yes.
Some say it's just there to keep the aromas in, while others say it's there to, quote, shield from God's eyes the shame of such a decadent and disgraceful act.
Yeah, those are two very apt words for it. Maybe you shouldn't be eating that poor bird. Maybe you should stop doing that. I don't need God to see this, but this bird is busting. Hold on. Let me get... Glad God can't see me right now. God up in heaven like, what they doing down there? I wish I could see all and know all. If I was God, I'd be like, all right, so Europe is doing their beans breakfast. That's a little weird. Okay, Ireland's eating potatoes. Italy just invented pizza. France! France, what are you doing? Go back to wine and cheese, France! What are you doing? Send a plague. I'm shocked that I haven't... This does feel like a kind of food that would be, like, referenced in some kind of media. You know what I mean? I'm shocked that I didn't hear about this, like, culturally. Succession did? Oh, I've never seen it. It's referenced in Atlanta? Is it? I watched a couple episodes of Atlanta. I was like, I learned about this in American Dad. Damn, all right, never mind. This is on everything. Nobody knew because it was under the blankie. Oh.
Notable fans of this dish include, not joking, Bill Cosby and the guy who invented the lobotomy.
Like, no joke. Like, to turn off the jokey, riffy, whatever thing for a second. I don't know what kind of person you have to be to eat this. Like, this seems... this is actually despicable. I could not think of somebody that has ever eaten this the same way. And I know that, like, all meat is grown in, like, fucked up conditions. I know that, you know, the industry sucks, all that stuff. But this is particularly cruel, right?
Killing ortolans was banned across the EU in 2007. Not for any ethical reason, but because French people did this so much that the entire ortolan population was threatened.
Oh my god. These people have a fucking problem, man.
Their conservation status is under least concern, so hopefully the French can get back to it soon. Anyway, that's all I have for today.
New wave of Ortolan. Hey, maybe I'll fly over there. You know what I mean? Bring a bunch back. We'll all get together, have a Coney dinner, huh? Everybody use your Coney brand napkins. Coney, at least with most meat, the animals are raised specifically to eat. Ortolans are ripped from their environment and suffocated while conscious. Yeah, it's fucked up. Hey, there's another video. Let's watch Presidential Pets.
So, most of us are aware of at least one animal companion to the Commander-in-Chief. All but 3 presidents have owned some kind of pet during their term, and there's good reason for that. Not only does a lovable mutt serve to humanize an otherwise larger-than-life figure, but their cute antics can also be a great distraction when needed.
How many people in the population own a pet? Like, would we say, like 50%? 60%, because most presidents is crazy. 30% in the U.S.? It's more than that.
Going back to the beginning, Washington had critters galore.
Sweet Lips, Scentwell, and Vulcan, Drunkard, Taster, Tippler, and... This is too many animals. I bet his house smells crazy. Tag yourself. I'm Royal Gift. Oh my god, it's a donkey. Never mind. I didn't mean that. I meant Steady. I meant Steady. I'm Steady.
John Adams had 3 dogs that presumably spanned the alignment chart, being named Juno, Mark, and Satan, respectively. Not a joke. Jefferson kept around 40 sheep during his presidency, one of which was a 4-horned Shetland ram. Though nameless, said ram soon became famous for killing a young boy on White House grounds.
That's Satan!
It was eventually put down, but only after it single-handedly killed several other rams at the estate, which just...
What the fuck is wrong with this animal? This thing has ambitions of power.
During Van Buren's term, the Sultan of Oman sent a variety of gifts to the president, among them being a pair of tiger cubs. He was like, this is badass, and desperately wanted to keep them in the White House.
That's really cool, but someone died.
But the dickheads in Congress asserted that, due to a specific constitutional provision...
Constitution says,
Gifts to the presidential office weren't for the man
They just wanted the tiger. No, those are our tigers. No. I want that. I get one and you get one. You don't need both tigers. I want a tiger too.
Although Andrew Johnson had no du jour pets, he did befriend a family of mice he found in his bedroom, feeding them flour and grain and referring to them as the little fellows.
If this is not a Pixar film, I don't know what is. Who's in charge of Disney right now? It's not Michael Eisner. Who's the guy? Bob Iger? Hit me up. Call my line. Gotta get this movie out now.
Taft had 2 cows during his term. The first of them was named Mooly Wooly.
I want a cow. This isn't a joke. I want a pig and a cow. But a cow is just like a big dog, and it's way harder to take care of, but they're so cute. No, you do not. But they're so cute, man. I love cows. I love the way they look. I would kill for a domesticated cow that could go on my desk. Think of a cow like the same size as a small cat that could just walk around my desk. Okay, imagine a cow that could lay on your desk in front of you and you could like pet it. One day, a future generation is gonna have like desk pets. Think about it, man. Like a guinea pig, yeah.
Mooley was promptly replaced by the far more dignified Pauline Wayne. She was a real
Why are you
dime of a
giving full
heifer, which led
names?
Taft to show her off at the International Dairymen's Expo in Milwaukee. But a switch crew mixed up which car was hers, leading to 2 days of frantic telegraphs asking where the president's cow had gone. She only narrowly avoided the slaughterhouse when a couple of attendants
my
at the stockyard recognized Pauline for what she was.
How
and
did
all
they
was
do
well.
that? How did they recognize the cow? I couldn't tell cows apart. Other than like some of them are brown and some of them are black and white. Some of them have curly hair, which is fun.
So the traditional Thanksgiving dinner was and remains a significant yearly
Right.
ceremony for the first
And
family.
you part
The
in a
duty of
turkey.
providing the presidential turkey belonged to one Horace Vose, a private turkey farmer based in Rhode Island. After his death, though, things turned into a free-for-all, with numerous farmers sending unsolicited turkeys, both alive and dead, in an attempt to secure a position as the next annual caterer for the White House. Calvin Coolidge found the volume of birds showing up at his doorstep alarming, and put an end to the tradition that
Stop sending turkeys now! Turkeys are canceled! I would do this for fine seared steaks. Well, no, because they would send me cows. What's the best thing to get sent? There's probably nothing. There's no food that's convenient. McDonald's. Send me McDonald's. I might not eat it every day, but I'd like to have it. You just said you wanted a cow? Yeah, but not dozens of them. I don't want a bunch of farmers to send me cows to try to win favor. I want one cow that I can love and cherish. But seriously, think about it. Like a cow on your desk that was like the size of like a hamster. I wish we had a small version of every animal. I'm not laughing at this bit. It's not funny. I'm not kidding. I think it would be so cute. A hippo on your fucking desk that lives in a bowl. He has a bowl full of mud. Like a little mud bowl. Dude, I can't believe you guys aren't going with me on this. I think that's so cute. There's a Canadian ad about this. Oh, I think that might have been where I got the idea. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I watched that ad and I'm like, yes, yeah, I want that. Yeah.
when the
Oh
Coolidges
my
made
God.
way for the Hoovers, Rebecca was forced to vacate her post, but the new first family soon found that they had a squatter on their hands.
Oh
The
my
new tenant
God.
of Rebecca's treehouse was a wild opossum who, rather than being evicted, was adopted by the Hoovers in a similar fashion to
Oh, that's
Rebecca,
nice, I
albeit
guess.
from a farther distance, mostly just saying, yeah, that's ours now.
Possums are weird because they're so cute, but also like devil creatures. They look precious sometimes, but then they open their mouth like that, and it's oh, but look, oh my God, how could you not think this is the most precious thing?
Coney, could you win a fight against a bucket?
I know where you're going with this. I know. You know what's funny? I know exactly where you're going with this. It would be rather difficult, I think. I think it would be rather difficult. I think I could only get one hand on it. I would have to train. I would for this particular matchup, it would be quite difficult, I think. I'd fuck a possum up, though. This is gotta be so confusing if you don't know the bit. It's gotta be so confusing. Like, what the fuck? Why does Coney think he can beat a bobcat? There's a lot of new people here that are like, I don't get it.
In 1961, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev gifted a dog to the Kennedys named
Aw.
Pushinka, or Fluffy. And while it is normally rude to look a
cute.
gift dog in the mouth, an exception can be made when the single biggest threat to the free world insists that said dog should live with the president. Pushinka was x-rayed, put through metal detectors, and given ultrasounds at
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either. Like, during or right before the Cold... Like, this is Cold War times. I'm not keeping your fucking dog. What's up with your dog, man?
device.
Something's up with
Fortunately,
this
though there
dog.
may be bugs in some of you mugs, there ain't no bugs in she, and Pushinka remained a Kennedy for the
Aw.
rest of her days.
That's
While
adorable.
truthfully, the gift was
Oh my God. I would make peace immediately. World peace? I don't know, though. I don't think that's world peace, because if somebody gifted me a borzoi, I would nuke them. I would blast them into the ocean. Do not send me a borzoi or a greyhound. Or a pug. You know how disrespectful that would be? Somebody shows up with a pug, like, here you go, this is for you. Get the fuck out of here. I'm hitting the big red button. I'm putting in the codes. Good movie. That was pretty good. I like that one. I like these movies. It's got good stuff.